That's amazing. All right, guys, for those of you that are here, thank you. Thank you. Let's see, we got Max G, Russell Smith, Mino. Mino671. No, I turn it, Russell Smith. I turn it on so that people can get. It takes a minute for people to get on. You know what I'm saying? BDS Triggerman, Judd Crud. Let me the fuck alone. All right, some of you guys' names are something too unreal. So these, I just want everybody to know, are prescription glasses. So, and generally when we're filming, we have lights so bright in the side of our face that, you basically get headaches from it. So I've seen all these comments on the, and by the way, I'm so stoked that I could finally afford a pair of sunglasses that are prescription. You know what I mean? So I love wearing them. I wear them at nighttime. I don't care if I look like Ray Charles or whatever. You know what I mean? I got a shiner. What do you mean I got a shiner? Nah, Harriet hasn't been beating me up like that. Hey guys, look. Can you see her? Can you see my girl? I got her for the weekend, man. The mom finally, gave in, and she's let me visit her for the weekend. And it'll probably be the last weekend I get to spend with her because it's getting close to that time where she's probably going to be. Sorry about the phone, guys. She's probably not going to be with us that much longer. I'm pretty much having to carry her everywhere we go. So got some chicken in there. I went and bought her some CBD, gave her a quarter piece of tramadol. I read all the comments on the shooting the shit part 1 with Big Herc, which, like I said, we're partners, man. We're buddies. So I do what I can for his show. And, likewise, he's given me a format to help other people start their little channels too. Whatever we can do to get the message out there that the bad behavior leads you to bad places. Bad behavior leads to bad places. It's just how it is. So, hi, beautiful. I'm so happy to have her here, and it breaks my heart at the same time. But anyway, so Nate Dogg 916. What you doing, my boy? So those of you that haven't caught Nate Dogg at 916, go check out his channel. He was one of the guests on the show that has a channel. You know what I mean? Like, I help everybody that I can out, man, because somebody helped me out once, So yesterday, what's up, cuh? I did an interview with the White Crip from Texas. You know what I mean? Good shit, man. Good shit. Hey, Texas is off the chain. California may be violent, but what you doing, baby? Huh? Look at. Can you see my baby? Can you see her? Hi, baby. Hi. So, Texas is off the chain, man. They still doing that slave crew stuff. You know what I mean? I'm glad I told the boy, I was like, I know I wouldn't do well back there, man. Not the way I've been trained to be institutionalized. I just know I wouldn't do well. And he's like, yeah, you right. For sure, you right. You know what I mean? And I get that. I understand that. I'm not stupid to the situation. I wouldn't do well anywhere on the East Coast the way I've been trained to do time, But that's what it is, guys. It's all brainwashing. Okay, baby? So it's all brainwashing that we're taught there. You know what I mean? Dago Viking. San Diego Viking. All right. You know what I mean? So anyway, everybody's talking about how much weight I lost and all this and that. And he must be on tweak. And, man, okay, I just want everybody to know, at one point, I was a full-blown heroin addict. heroin addict. You know what I mean? I never liked queer juice. I never fucked with any other drugs except for opiates, and I don't fuck with opiates now. I have a bottle of tramadol here that I'll show you the date on it. It's never been touched by me because it still tells your brain you're receiving an opiate, and I'm now giving it to my dog, which is worked out perfect. You know what I mean? So the weight here, let me explain this. I was in the hospital 3 times in 6 months for colitis, okay, which led to me having to start a whole new diet. I went to a 6-week boot camp. I didn't really talk about it that much because I wasn't sure if I was going to make it and I didn't want to fail. I did complete. I made my 20-pound weight. I didn't have to pay for the course because I made my weight, you know, and I'm in my 50s dating a smoking hot 30-something-year-old girl, okay? So all this shit was necessary. Talking about I look like a cancer victim because of how thin I've gotten and stuff. That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's, hey, RJ Scum, thank you. I appreciate that. No homo. I appreciate that. For real. You know what I mean? Like, you guys see my girl. What the hell? She's smoking, man. You think I want to be sitting at home stressing over what else is available to her out there? Not on your life, you know? So that's, I don't feel that I need to explain to the entire YouTube world every detail of my life. You know what I mean? I come on here and try and bring you guys a solution. I try and stay out of the problem. I try and stay out of the problem in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I get J-catted up about it. You know why? Because it's cell soldiering to me. You know, I recently had some people on the show, and I've asked them to leave the WW thing alone. They haven't. If you see them on my channel and their show's been taken down, you might understand why, because I don't want to look small. I don't want to look petty. You know what I mean? I don't give a crap about all that other shit. If everyone's trying to get the same message across that going to the institutions is not the place to go, I'm with that, and I will support you 100%. And that goes for you, Blind Recovery. You know, like I told you, get so many subscribers, and I'm going to help you out, my boy. You know, I know you're probably on here because you always are. Joseph Marina, 310 SoCal. Thank you, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. That wasn't always the case. I wasn't always a good dude, I can assure you. I've been that vicious. Not that I'm any bad motherfucker, guys. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm bad. I'm just trying to tell you that I would take it to the next level that the other people weren't willing to do. 104 people and 18 likes? Wow. That's sort of vicious right there. Some value in a few to meet up with someone in a bit. Sex alive. Yes, that's right down the street. So listen, guys, for those of you that have been donating to the show regularly, and I totally love and respect, man, you guys have been helping me with the beds and whatnot. I have, these are dishwasher safe, approved stickers. So you can take them, put them on your favorite cup, whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know if you can see it, but for those of you that go to PayPal and donate on PayPal and leave your address, one of these is on its way in the mail. You know, I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Just like the comments on there had me ran down because I was thinking to myself, you know what? If they all met me and I just looked like this, they wouldn't be saying all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Everybody thinks they know everything. If you don't know what a tweaker looks like, Google one. You know what I mean? Doesn't fit me. Let's just say that. Yeah, I mean, once again, I am a recovering heroin addict. It's the only drug I ever liked. I've tried them all, but you know what I mean? Like, none of them worked for me. What do you want? You know, people are, how do you detox off of, 30 milliliters of methamphetamine? Man, you get a couple bowls of cereal and turn on some porno and you detox. It's that simple. Scribner, what's up, my boy? Hey, did she give him another week to get back on his feet? You got one on the mail right now anyway. I don't know what you're talking about. It's in the mail on the way to your pad right now as we speak, my boy. So believe that. You know what I mean? You've been a full supporter of this channel. I got nothing but love for you. You know, you from fan to friend. You know what I mean? It just goes that way, like, man. I don't know. I can't thank you guys enough for those of you that jump on here and, you know, want to spend a few minutes with Badgeman, because there was a time when nobody wanted to spend any time with me. You know what I mean? In fact, right now it feels like every woman I've ever known is feeling that way. You know what I mean? Like, they're all calling, man, and my girl's getting sort of hot, and I can't really blame her, you know? Uh, I can't blame her at all, you know, to be honest with you. I want to get mad at her for getting mad at me, but I'll tell you what, if all these dudes were calling her, I would be feeling the same way, you know what I mean? But my day's been good, my boy. Thank you, you know, Joshua Wall. My day's been good, you know. I'm here with my dog, man. You know, she's looking at me. I just saved my dog. She's deaf as they come, you know, blind, crippled, and crazy. 80 years old and lazy. She's older than 80. You believe it or not, you see how big she is? She's a Rhodesian Ridgeback and Greyhound, and she's getting ready to be 16 years old, man. We looked up both those dogs. They lived between 10 and 13. You know why that is? When she lived with me, I fed that dog every month chicken, brown rice. You know what I mean? Like, I cooked for her every night. I didn't cook for me every night, but I cooked for her every night. And here she is going on 16, you know. She's my beautiful red. It's probably going to be the last visit. I seen my ex today when I picked her up, and, you know, my girlfriend was with me, her boyfriend was with her, and, you know, talk about awkward, you know, like, it was really awkward. So I'm just as human as you guys, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do in that type of situation. The fear, fuck everything and run, you know what I mean? That's sort of where, you know, how do you detox off H, bro? That's the question. So how do you detox off H? Okay, it depends on what size balls you have. All right, because the quickest way to detox off H is cold turkey, obviously. Yeah, I mean, within 4 days, you're up and showering. First day, you take a Xanax or two, crash out as long as you can, get up, you know what I mean, function to the best of your ability, get some liquids in you, take 2 more Xanax and sleep for another day and a half or whatever. And by the time you get up on day 4, you're straight. Everyone thinks they got to go get on methadone and they got to get on, you know, all this other shit. But you can't just get sober and sit at home, man. You know, like, you have to occupy your time with something, and that something needs to be their meetings in the beginning. It has to be something that fills a positive void inside your head. You know what I mean? Because we all got that hollow feeling inside, and sitting around dwelling on getting loaded again is going to get you loaded again, period. 121, 48 thumbs up. I guess I should be just grateful there's no thumbs down, right? So anyway, I was all stoked because I had my glasses, you know, that I could wear in front of the lights, and thought I was all cool, and I thought I was looking all good because I, you know, man, that diet was strict, taking all their supplements and all this shit, and showing up, and these fat girls are jiggling around the building quicker than me and smoking me, and, you know, like, they're knots. Let me tell you, they ain't boulders anymore, but they knots, you know what I mean? And they sting, I promise you that. But who cares about all that? Bearded Beast of Burden, my boy, you should have just went to Badgers Heavy Hitters at Gmail, PayPal, man. You'd have a sticker on the way right now. Love and respect, you know what I mean? I really appreciate that. But I'm so tired of this station taking 60%, man. I can't even help the people that you guys are helping out. You guys are helping. Man, all I want you to do is go there, leave an address. I got stamps. I bought stamps. I'm going to reach out and touch everybody that reaches out and touch me, and let you know that you are appreciated, man. I got some solid stuff going on Patreon. You know what I mean? You see, I've been using them. I got some solid stuff going on Patreon. Everybody that I now do a show with is going to give me a straight horror prison story for Patreon. That's just how it is. If you don't want to do that, then you don't need to be on the channel. Bearded Beast of Burden, I do appreciate it, though. Believe me, I'm not trying to be ungrateful. I'm just saying, if you had gone on here and left your address, you know what I mean, I'd shoot one of these to you in the mail. In fact, you know, we'll get at it later. Anyway, Tiny Nut Loco, what's up? Little Dick Weddle from the San Fernando Ghetto. What's cracking, homie? You know what I mean? So anyway, I like to have fun too. Kita's happy to homie home with you, I bet. She acted as if she was sort of mad at me. She acted like a typical female that hadn't seen me in a while. You know what I mean? She gave me that little, yeah, I'm smoking queer juice for sure, my boy. Tom Jones, King Cree, you on here? Yeah, because I'm not tolerating that shit anymore, man. Like, I don't care if you're part of the channel or not. If you ain't up for, you know, trying to move forward in life and knowing that my boy, he got out. You know what I mean? He was a gunner in the Marine Corps, probably killed more people in the Black Plague, and he was having such a problem getting clean, man. Such a problem getting clean, and he finally got clean, you know, and man, I'm telling you, he's doing big things today. He called me. He's all, hey, you want to work security at weddings over the weekends? And, you know what I mean? All that. So, like, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I want to do all that. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. And he's all, because I just got a job with Local 40. I'm thinking, damn, you know what I mean? That's good stuff, man. You know, Local 40 is like one of our facilities that built stages for the studio system, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. You know, Bruno LaForce, but then you think about it, we're stuck with the 40%, and we got to pay a third of that in taxes too. So it's not like we get taking out of the tax bracket as well. So on top of that, I pay for the bed. On top of that, groceries I take over there. You know, like he ain't eating ribeyes, I'll tell you that. But I mean, I make sure they're taken care of for the first couple of weeks they're there. And if they're not in the step work and they're not looking for a job on their own, then yeah, pretty much you got to go. You know what I mean? Spencer, homie. You know, my job is to help you, not carry you. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys are out here and you have insurance and you want to go to a nice facility, I got you. You know what I mean? If you don't have insurance, I can get you into a county facility. Like, I have plugs, man. And from there, you guys can go to vocational rehab, you know what I mean? And get looped in there, man. They bought me $20,000 worth of tools my first go round with them. I just recently signed again. So I wanted to take editing and all that stuff. And they're saying that that's not really something they want to support because I wouldn't be working. And I keep trying to explain to them, I'm working now to some degree. You know what I mean? To some degree, I'm working now. Yeah, it's always been that way, scum. You know what I mean? The boss makes $1, you make a dime. Believe that. It's always been that way, and it's always going to be that way. You know, the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. It's just how it is. Sandman, what's up, my boy? Thank you. You know what I mean? Everybody should say thank you to Sandman. You know, that boy's put in some work on this channel. He's the one who's been assisting in editing because I'm straight retarded when it comes to this computer, man. I tried not to be, but I'm just not picking it up. LOL. So my boy Scribner put ROF or ROLF rolling on the ground laughing. ROLF, I think it was. What'd you put, Scribner? You put something, ROLF or something, rolling on the ground laughing. You know what I mean? So he told me, he said, so my kid got in his first fight today. And you know what I mean? Little Matt, he took care of that. I be queefing, all right. I can't be doing no more farting, man. They got upset. Pasadena, yeah, I worked with, you know what I mean? I worked with them before. Yeah, several times. They're happened to be closed now, though. He called me, told me it was closed. So ROFL, rolling on the ground, freaking laughing is what I'm assuming it stands for. You know what I mean? So yeah, that I was like, what does this mean? You know what I mean, Harriet? And she's all, you can either Google it or you can trust me, and it means rolling on the ground laughing or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. So anyway, like I said, reading those comments, man, it just amazes me how these YouTubers are so quick to judge somebody, man. So quick. If you just met me, you wouldn't think I was some cancer victim. You would just think this was my weight, you know? But then when you start coming down with colitis and you're fucking going to the emergency room because your gut's hurt and you don't know what it is, and they're telling you, hey, you know, we're going to lay you up here, and they give you this drink, and then you're stuck in the bathroom, going to the bathroom so much, they're telling you, well, we can give you Demerol or Dilaudid or, you know, one of them yummy flavored. Anyway, that what's that going to do? Send me out. You know what I mean? JJ Bailey, same with you, my boy. Guys, Badgers, heavy hitters at gmail.com, PayPal. I'm sending you stickers, man. I want to send you stickers, JJ Bailey. Just go there and send a dime with your address, 10 cents. So I'm going to put you guys down, man. You know what I mean? I want to hook you up. But by the time they're done with their, you know what I mean? So they get, they get $12 out of the 20 you just sent. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It doesn't, and then I got to pay taxes on that. So it's just crazy. So, and I appreciate you. I do. I really do. I really can't tell you how grateful I am that you guys are paying it forward and doing stuff like JJ Bailey just did, and I'm able to help the next guy out. You know, right now I've been in a little financial situation because of the knee. Now, the knee sort of happened around the time of boot camp. That's why I wasn't talking about it too much, having you guys say, well, you shouldn't be acting like you're a damn 30-year-old. Just because you're dating one doesn't mean you are one. You know what I mean? Boy, 17 of those chow mein noodles. Yeah, for sure, for sure. To the 818, you know what I mean? Hit me up. See, that's what I like to see. You guys touching notes with each other on here and reaching out and hitting each other up, man. This light's good, but hang on, I gotta turn the fan my way. Anyway, so obviously my girl's a little mad at me because of whatever, you know, since the ex gave me the dog, she's been calling several times. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. To me, it's worth it to be in trouble to get to spend the weekend with her, man. This dog and I went everywhere for 7 straight years. You know what I mean? I went grocery shopping. I never once put a leash on her. She went grocery shopping with me. And now it is the only place I had trouble with her at was the grocery store because she wanted to sniff everything, blah, blah, blah. But other than that, I could take her anywhere without a leash, never worry about nothing. The only thing that would make her J-cat up is like crows. You know what I mean? Every now and then somebody riding a bike, you know, a few things like that. Right on, you guys. I appreciate some of your guys' comments so much. You know what I mean? Like it beats the dollar value. I tell you that right now. So I chopped it up with Herc, and the message is always the same. You know what I mean? The message is always the same. It's not the place to be. So I don't like to come on here and tell you guys, you know what I mean? Like, well, I've been brought up on 2 murder charges, blah, 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 whatever. I was convicted of what. I don't like to do that, man. Like, who gives a crap? I'm not the things that I've done. You know what I mean? Like, and I've done the things that I've done, and they made me the man that I am today. You know what I mean? Like, through a lot of work. Let me tell you, through a lot of work, because coming out and being institutionalized in that concrete jungle for all that time, and then coming out here and not knowing how to behave. Yeah, I'm telling you, you might think you'll come out here and know how to behave, but you don't. all the things you thought when you went inside and you come out here no longer are in effect, man. And I'm not talking about where the McDonald's is or anything along those lines. I am talking about how you look at people, how you know what I mean? You no longer trust anybody. Your guard is always up. Mine still is, you know what I mean? Like, and that causes problems in relationships because I'm like, I don't trust that dude around my girl. What, are you crazy? You think I'm stupid? You know, does he think I'm stupid? You know, like my thinking has led me to some bad places. You know what I mean? Thanks, Robert Alexander. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, 134 people, 68 likes. I guess I'm not doing my job right. No, I'm not embarrassed of my past. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's no, please, guys. I'm not embarrassed of it. But I don't like to sit here and embellish and make it sound like it was glorifying the things that I've done. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you're taking someone's wind, it stays with you forever. I don't care what anybody says. You know what I mean? You know, like some of my nightmares, I still have night terrors and shit like that and it's just people screaming my name. Why, Badger? Why? You know, I mean, these are the things that I hear when I'm sleeping. And, back in the day, man, I wasn't such a cool dude. I'll tell you that. I really didn't like anybody. You know what I mean? I just didn't like anybody because if I liked you, that means I had to fall with you when you're fucking up on the yard. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't like anybody, man. And it wasn't worth it to like anybody because I'd fall in love with men and no homo involved, but I'd fall in love with men and we'd get in a riot and you never see them again. Bam, that's it. You know what I mean? Spent a couple years with him, or all of a sudden his date came up. You know what I mean? He's gone. Just like that. When their date used to come up, that was it. I quit talking to them. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Badger?" Come to kick it like we had been for years. And I'm like, "What's good, homie? I'm busy right now." You know what I mean? And just cruise around drinking my cup of coffee with my two new soldiers. You know what I mean? Because we don't walk the yard alone. I mean, I've walked the yard alone a couple times, and I made that mistake, and I'd almost been got a couple times. You know what I mean? Mad respect to the Muslims that were up there at Jamestown. They almost got me slipping. You know what I mean? But at least they've always let me know exactly where I stand with them. That's why I say mad respect. You know what I mean? They let me know that they hated me. Nothing was going to change that, and you know what I mean? I bet you there's some Muslims that now think the way that I think. You know what I mean? All that wasted hate, it's just a bunch of whatever. You know, I like I said, I did an interview with this white Crip from Texas, and where he lives sounds like it's off the chain. You know what I mean? Our institutions may be rougher, but it sounds like them little Hickville cities are no joke up there in Texas. You know what I mean? And, you know, he's like, so what would we be on the yard? And I'd be like, I'd let you get to playing a game of basketball, let you get your heart pumping before I ran out there and punched holes in you. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you, boy. And he's like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, that's how it was, bro. You know what I mean? That's not how you and I are sitting down today. But that's what we're taught inside. We're taught to believe that that is the right thing to do. And you believe that it's the right thing to do. And if you don't do the right thing, you know what's about to happen to you guys. You know what I mean? Somebody is going to come in there and let you know that you fucked up. You know, you guys don't want to mind your boss out here, or you mind your mom or your dad or whatever. You're going to mind somebody, son, when you get to the institution. I could promise you that. You know what I mean? I don't care how mean you is, how mean you think you be. You're going to mind somebody. You know what I mean? You can't beat the numbers, my boy. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I ran every yard that I ever been to and yada, yada, woo, woo. But, you know what I mean? I've had the yard a few times. And let me tell you, it's even then, that's when you really got to think and really got to be quiet. And you don't make no rash, quick decisions, you know? You don't know why I caught 20 years? You don't know why? Rose con boppers. So I caught a hot one inside. I went to jail for driving on a suspended license. I caught a hot one inside. I opened my mouth. I was 17 in Men's Central Jail, and I opened my mouth and said something about somebody, and I didn't have the paperwork in my hand, so therefore I had to deal with it. And that was how it was. I had to deal with it. I don't like to speak on it, and I was told, take care of it. Don't just hurt him, son, or we're going to take care of you. And I believed them. You know what I mean? And at that point, my options were either A, lock it up, which probably I should have done. You know what I mean? I had 3 days to go. Day 17 on doing 20 days on a 30-day bit. And whatever, man. Whatever happened, happened. You know what I mean? So that's what happened, bro. You know what I mean? For those of you that don't know my story. So, and let me tell you, it happens to a lot more people than you think. A lot more people than you think go inside with little, you know what I mean, 2-year bid, whatever, and they want to step up and be all they could be. And next thing you know, they're doing 120 plus, you know what I mean? They doing it all day, yada, yada, whoop, whoop, you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, Russell Smith, the movie gig is gonna be off. It's gonna be a while, you know what I mean, until it happens. He's just putting the cast together and just asked if I would be part of it. He called me. I owe you a call, Jake, if you're listening. I apologize. I haven't called you back. Like I said, I've got a lot on my plate right now. Francis McLean, that basically sums it up, right? You know what I mean? Like, took out the trash. You know what I mean? I still feel that way. So, like, I accept everybody on my Instagram, and I recently posted a pedophile that had like knives stuck in him. You know what I mean? He's in one of those foreign countries where they don't play that shit, and the whole town stabbed him. Everybody in town, it seemed like, put a piece in him, and it said, you know, local pedophile taken care of or whatever. And I posted it, and they reported it. Somebody on my Instagram reported it, man. You know what I mean? Which tells me that they're a sympathizer, or, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't care, convict, not a convict, whatever. No man should support a woman being raped, you know what I mean, or a child being diddled, man. You know what I mean? Short eyes like that, we ain't tolerating that inside. Now, that prison didn't teach me that. Just life taught me that. And, you know, like, I've met a lot of people that have been diddled, and generally they're drug addicts or they have some other kind of problem going on. I've met women that have had it taken from them. You know what I mean? I've dated women that have had it taken from them, and there's always something wrong. You know what I mean? Nobody knows the kind of damage that those two things right there cause, man. And I'm just not with it. I'm not with any of that. And if you guys are and you're supporting any of that, please unsubscribe. I never ask you guys to subscribe. If you want to, that's great. But if you're with supporting any of that, please unsubscribe. You know, now today, I no longer feel that it is my job to take out the trash. You know what I mean? I put in my work. I've survived. I got a date. I'm out here. I'm trying to enjoy life. Do I feel I owe the universe? I've taken from the universe. That's why I do the things that I do. I get to fill that spiritual void. You guys get to help me. Hang on. And, you know, that's why I do the things that I do, for no other reason, you know. So, no, I don't hide the things that I've done, but I simply don't glorify them either. You guys, mixed racial gangs in the prison system. Yeah, absolutely. There's mixed racial gangs in the system. Generally, no disrespect to anybody. Generally, they run South Side. You know, I mean, there's whites in there. There's blacks South Side. There's white Southsiders, black Southsiders. There's one, Neil Dezad, he's a black Southsider. You know, like, yeah, there's mixed racial gangs, of course. Just not in the car that I ran in. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, Jacob Emzile, appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, so just Jay, like, I don't answer those kind of questions, my boy. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I don't put names out there. I just don't put that out there. Let's just say, so my name's been brought up a couple times as maybe I was embellishing something on my channel, you know what I mean, or whatever. And so it was brought to my attention. I got at the people that brought it, you know, that said it. And guess what? The next day there was a retraction video out. You know why? If you don't know why, then you don't know why. You know what I mean? Because I keep it real, man. You know what I mean? Anybody I bring on this channel, I want to run first, pretty much find out, you know, they are what they say they are. They've done what they say they've done. You know what I mean? That's why some of the Patreon stuff has to be on Patreon, man. You ever see my boy Savage's story? I mean, that's just one story. You know what I mean? One story at all, especially when you're in the back. Okay, in the back, for those of you that don't know, means in the SHU, SHU, segregated housing unit, security housing unit, whatever you want to call it, segregated housing unit is what it is. Now, the PHU is, you know, protective housing unit. So generally they'd be like upstairs, downstairs, right from each other, you know? So you don't not speak to upstairs or downstairs if you're in one or the other, you know what I mean? And now it's just called S&Y, which is special needs yard, which means you have enemies in the system. You've done something wrong. You know, like, you can't, somebody's hunting your ass. Let's put it that way. You owe $50 for a puck of tobacco, or your mom didn't pay that $300 dope debt that you had. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when did still, you and Cowboy had a crazy story from the streets. I didn't know you were still with it after you got out. When did you make the change? So yeah, of course I was still with it when I got out. You know what I mean? I collected taxes for some people, and I made sure that they got their money. I did all the things that you were supposed to do when you got out, because I thought that was my life. You know what I mean? I should tell you the story of how I got my walk away. You know what I mean? Now that's a story. In fact, hell, if you got a minute, here we go. There's 99. Hang on. When we hit 176 likes, when we hit 125 likes, I'm going to tell you the story of how I got my walk away. I'll tell you the story about where I learned my change, though, right now. So I ended up in the hospital. I had an abscess. See the scar right there? That was the drain hole. That was the drain hole from, oh shit, that happened quickly. We're 3 away. So that was the drain hole, right? So I end up in the hospital, and, you know, there's no denying I'm a junkie, right? You know, every 2 minutes, can I get my Dilaudid? Can I get this? Can I get that? All right, guys, I'm going to tell you the damn story. 189, hang on now. I think we got to bump it up a little. 190. So when we hit 150, I'm telling it. I'm going to kill any story I'm telling, and we're going to start telling it. And it's a scary story, let me tell you. So I end up in the hospital, and this white nurse comes in, and she's just treating me all kinds of bad. You know what I mean? She's just, man, making me feel like dirt. You know what I mean? I'm already laid up. You know what I mean? Drain hole. That means the pus is leaking out of my legs. It smelled like 2 dead puppies were tied to my leg. You know what I mean? I'm like, get over it, girl. You'll get past the smell eventually. You know what I mean? Because that's how I used to roll. I didn't have a heart for anybody or anything. So, and then like the next shift was a black nurse came in, and she was like, hey, sweetheart, how you doing today? Blah, blah. It started with a nurse, man. You know what I mean? It started with somebody making me feel like somebody gave a shit how I felt. You know what I mean? And I was thinking that it was supposed to be my own people out here that made me feel that I was okay. And this nurse just made me feel so bad about myself. So bad. You know what I mean? Like I could just hear her calling me a junkie scumbag. 9 away, 9 away. Junkie scumbag. I knew she was calling me everything she could, telling the doctor, you know what I mean? He's another one of them heroin addicts, blah, blah, blah. So, but the black nurse, man, she was so kind to me. You know what I mean? She's like, she said something, and I said, man, I would just kill for some regular food, you know? And the next day she came in, and she had made this plate of lasagna for her family, I suppose, and she brought it to me. Now, here it is, a black lady bringing me food, and I'm thinking to myself, man, am I good to eat this? Am I safe? Like, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like, my heart was filled with some kind of something, and I wasn't sure what it was, but it didn't feel like hate. You know, my heart was filled with something, and I was like, man, for sure she probably spit in this, or she put poison in this, or whatever. And it was a plate of lasagna. You know what I mean? Like, I seen the meat, the cheese. You know what I mean? Like, it was looking all right, right? 7 away, guys, 7 away. When we hit that 150, I'm gonna stop. So I started thinking to myself, man, this white nurse is treating me like crap. This black nurse is, and this is exactly opposite of what I was taught in the penal system, man. I was taught to hate everybody that didn't look like me, didn't act like me, didn't, whatever the case may be, like me. And me was just the next guy that was there before me, right? Like, he didn't give a shit about nobody. He didn't care about me. Nothing. We don't, and we say we love you, but you know what? Let me tell you, brother, we don't love you. We either want to keep you because you're a soldier, or we're going to get rid of you. It's pretty much that simple. I mean, 150, man, here we go. So I never told this story. I'm a little bit uncomfortable telling the story right now. So I'm dating the dog's owner, and want to walk away after all the situations, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think I should become a dad, man. I'm supposed to be out here being a dad. All the shit that I said I wanted to do when I was in prison, came out here and I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have it in me. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know what to do or how to be, right? So I just knew that if I stayed in the lifestyle, that it wasn't going to happen, man. Like, I'm going to end up putting in some work for somebody else, and there's going to be another one laying in the dirt, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to be the one in the dirt. So I got in touch with some elders, and I was like, hey, man, I need to walk away. I want to become a grandfather. I didn't go around my family because I didn't want to endanger them in the lifestyle that I was in. So Coco County was cracking. All right, appreciate you. So I was like, I want out, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's usually blood in, blood out. It's just how it is, you know, for real. People walk away, think they can just go to prison, join a gang, come on, walk away. They're wrong, you know? And so I asked, you know, to speak to whomever I needed to speak to, and they came to get me. They called me, told me, hey, we're going to pick you up and let you talk to the homie. You know what I mean? We'll see what's cracking. They're like, all right, cool. So they show up. They let me sit in the front seat. Fucking not digging it, man. Homeboy gets in the seat behind me. Driver gets in the driver's seat. And I'm like, man, this ain't good. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for a blade to slide up in my neck, or just for the lights to go out, one of the two. You know what I mean? Or a Garrett to come around my throat, something. I was waiting for something. Let me assure you that, because I was asking, you know, we know what we know. We know what we know, and if we ever talk about what we talk about, they may as well do those things. So I was waiting for those things to occur, and we got where we were going, and phone call happens, whatever. They ask me, here, homie wants to talk to you. And I get on the phone and I'm like, I explain my story. I'm like, hey, man, I want to go to NA. I want to quit the things that I'm doing. I want to become a grandfather. I want to become a father. I want to do all the shit that I said I wanted to do when I was there, man. Like, I really wanted to do all that shit, but I didn't know how. But I know how to do all the shit that you guys have taught me to do. You know what I mean? I can make a piece in a matter of minutes. You know what I mean? Some plastic and a lighter, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like, I can make a piece in a matter of minutes, man. Whatever. Nylon and Comet, whatever. I'll figure out how to make a piece, you know what I mean? So I get on the phone, I lay it out. Hey, I want to become a father. I want to become a grandfather. I want to go to Narcotics Anonymous. And, the fellas call that the Rainbow Coalition is what they call it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to go join that, right? So I like it. You can call it what you want, man. Like, I just need to do that. I need to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm learning to work these steps. I'm doing whatever. And I want out, man. You know what I mean? I said, I'll continue to collect the money until you find somebody to collect whatever, just continue sending it to you. I never accepted a dime, by the way. I was entitled to a third, and I never accepted a dime. I didn't take a single dime, gas money only. And I turned in receipts on that. So I did what I was supposed to do. And given the green light, you're welcome to go away. Do not come back to prison behind drugs. Do not show up with any kind of childish, charge, because you going on that hot list, man. You know what I mean? We ain't taking you off the shelf. We're putting you on the hot list, period. And I was like, yeah, I'm hearing you, man. So he asked to speak to whomever he asked to speak to. I handed the phone back to him, and he was like, I understand. Consider that done. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, man. Fuck. I mean, I told my girl when I left, I said, odds are I'm probably not coming back tonight, just so you know. So just so you know, it took every bit of courage, every bit of whatever I could muster up to get into that front seat and sit down, man. And I did that. So we get ready to leave, and I'm thinking I'm getting in the back seat. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that, I'm getting in the back seat, And I haven't been reading any of these comments, guys, so I'm just telling the story so I don't get lost. So homeboy, like, nah, he opens the front door, and, as if he was opening a door for his girl, and I get inside the car, and I'm like, this time it's coming. Fuck, getting whacked right now, man. Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, Odin, man, if you got the gates, the key to the gates, please let me through to Valhalla, please. You know what I mean? Thor, cover me, man. Give me the strength to get out of this situation. If I feel anything coming around my throat, let me get out of it. Let me find the courage to do what I need to do. And so anyway, I'm waiting the whole ride home, man. Waiting for a blade to come sliding in my neck, something, man, anything, And they were like, hey, man, respect, you know what I mean? We respect what you're trying to do. But you heard the word. Don't come back on no childish charge. Don't have no dope fiend charge. Don't come here for no dope charge, you know what I mean? Like, because you know where you're going. Man, I can't tell you that moment I felt my shoulders loosen up, that tension in my neck, just I could breathe, I could get a full breath, and I was like, hey, man, I ain't turning my back on you guys, you know what I mean? But you guys know what's up, man, this life. And they didn't know what's up. That's the sad part. They didn't, because they just didn't know what was up. They hadn't been taught any better, or they hadn't thought anything, or maybe they hadn't acquired a few years of dealing with this bullshit and sitting in a single cell by yourself with no mail, nobody to love you, nobody to nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's despair, man. Despair, hollow, empty, fucking hatred. You know what I mean? That's how I felt towards anything and everybody when I was there. shower time, man. Maybe I could get a chance to get my hands on somebody. Oh, God, wouldn't that be nice? You know? And shook hands and respect. All right, cool. You know what I mean? And I got to walk away from that situation. And I can't tell you how relieved I was when the car pulled away. And I hope to never see those two dudes again. You know what I mean? I prayed to my gods to never see those two dudes again, because I knew that if I did, it probably was going to be a bad day for Badger. You know what I mean? And like I said, I still talk to the fellows in the back a couple times a week. Still call me. You know what I mean? You're doing good. You know I'm trying to do my best. I'll tell you that. I can't say I'm doing great. I'm doing everything I can to, you know what I mean? Live up to my end of the contract, you know? East Cake, appreciate you. I don't know why you guys aren't going to badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com getting these stickers sent to you. You know what I mean? So that's that story, man. You know what I mean? You can call it what you want. You know what I mean? I ain't never been a dropout. I ain't never been no PC. I've always been mainline. I've been to the shoe, which you may as well call PC, because you can't get to nobody and nobody getting to you. So, you know what I mean? You could do all the rough, tough talking you want, but, you know. All right, Tim, check it out, my boy. You get to have yours, I get to have mine. Let's always keep it that way. As long as you have something that works for you, my boy, I'm grateful to hear that. You know what I mean? I get to have my God. The next man gets to have his, and the next man gets to have his. And those that don't have one, may they find one and fill that void. You know what I mean? That's all I can say, my boy. I'm not going to disrespect anybody that's trying to have one God, okay? That's great. That's great. Happy for you. I'm entitled mine. Please, let's not do that. It's not a religious channel. It's not a political channel. It's, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of a motivational channel, and it's a channel to let some of you guys know that the places you could be heading behind a poor decision, one quick, fast, poor decision, man, could just change your life forever or end your life. One of the two. Sentence that was real. Okay, so you guys check this out. Now, I told you about the white crit. So my next interview is with a guy who killed a cop. Okay, he killed a cop. He did 38 years, and Obama set him free. Okay, Obama let him go. Now, there's more to the story, as you'll hear. Now, this guy came out here and he did everything you was supposed to do. You got a doctorate in this, you got a whoop in that, and you know, I mean, he wrote books. He's done all this positive stuff as a convict who was convicted of a murder of a police officer, not to mention the hot ones that he caught when he was inside, and then he flipped. You know what I mean? He flipped his life around, and to the point where the president, paperwork will be there, everything will be shown up front, stating, you know, he's been released on this, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he did what he did. I don't know why they released him. Maybe he'll explain that. But that's my next interview. I can't wait to get some of his Patreon, man. I can only imagine. You know what I mean? I can only imagine. All right, T-Kill. T-Killa, appreciate you, man. So as far as me going, everything going, I explained to you about the weight. You don't like it? That's all fine. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't owe YouTube an explanation of my life. In my 50s, dating a smoking 30-something-year-old woman. I needed to thin down as it was. Colitis had me fucked up for a minute, you know what I mean, to where I had to change my whole diet to quit going to the damn emergency room and getting this taken care of. These Can you see? Those are prescription. You see that? You know what I mean? Those are prescription glasses. And generally we have a light right here when we're filming. So, and I was so happy that I had a pair of prescription sunglasses that I could wear. And I was just stoked, man. I could see when I'm driving. I could, you know what I mean? Like I was Ray Charles in hand, you know what I mean? So I was stoked that I got to wear them. But the reason I was wearing them in the interview with Herc was, man, we got this huge light right here just blazing on us. And then next thing you know, you got a pounding ass headache. You know what I mean? All right, Sam, man, get at me because I want to know why. Because, you know, I'm quick to email somebody, bro. Who's Smash Mouth? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm assuming there's some kind of music. So, am I going to Texas? No, guys, I can't afford any of that shit. You know what I mean? That's right, Freya. I just love her. No, man, I can't afford to be doing those things that like Herc's doing and shit yet. But you know, keep in mind, Herc's been putting in the work for 5 years to get to do this, and generally he makes sure that wherever he's going to do the film, they take care of him getting there and getting back. You know what I mean? Like that man's got it together upstairs. You know what I mean? All right, so now I'm gonna read a couple of these. Some of these go so fast. Somebody told me how to do. Who's Smash Mouth? I know. I don't know. Who is Smash Mouth? How deep? Who's how deep is your prison purse? My prison purse? Yeah, well, I don't know. It's deep enough to carry about 3/4 of a can of tobacco from institution to institution. It ain't nothing nice, but you know, that's how deep it is. Yeah, does that make you feel any better? And I could probably squeeze a lighter in there too. So, you know, what's that say? See, don't do better. You gotta be better. A 90s band? Okay, you really do look like Smash. All right, if I look like somebody, I always hear that I look like the singer from whatever. I'll think of who it is. Like what? So 165. See, man, I put the story out there. You guys cut that shit short on the smashing the like. That shit was going quick for a minute there. It's good checking in from you. So yeah, like I said, I got Houston. What's up, Texas? You know what I mean? I got a bunch of people coming on. You guys ought to be showing your own shows. I don't get it. You know what I mean? So what the hell's the name of that singer? The band? All right now. Hey, well, I can't even think of one of the fucking songs. It doesn't matter. We were scared. Excuse me, guys. 1 second. Hey, Jason, what's up, bro? I'm doing a live feed. If you're coming by, come by. Okay, I'm doing a live feed right now, so if you're coming by, just come by. All right, bud. Late. So, hi, beautiful. I'm not neglecting you. God, that's my love right there, man. And for those of you that can't appreciate that, good. That's right. That's right. Respect. Hey, I got you, John Hardman. I got you. Man, please leave an address. Please leave an address, my boy. I'm going to get you. Black Sabbath. God, I love Black Sabbath. What about him? No, I wish. I don't look like anybody at Black Sabbath. They sing that song, Chocolate Starfish. What's, whatever. Some kind of chocolate starfish, whatever that band is called. Anyway, Fred Durst. That's who. You're right. Mike Warner, you're right. You know what I mean? They always say I look like Fred Durst. So that's who it is. And that sucks. I'm a metal fan too. You know what I mean? Mushrooms equal Valhalla. That's right. Kingdom of Heavens, my boy. Kingdom of Heavens. That's the kind of killer sounds about right. You released it. Yeah, right, right. You know, I'm not gonna, I can't, who am I to judge anybody though, my boy? You know what I mean? Like, please don't be mad at me because I ain't on your team on that. Like, who am I to judge anybody, right? Like, because the things I've done and I'm gonna judge another man, like, that ain't my get down, you know what I mean? Like, naturally, my mind goes there all the time. I want to judge somebody, and then I'm like, who are you? Who are you? I mean, eat cake. I love cake, man. You're awesome, my boy. I appreciate you. You know, man, you're right, because my mind went there right there with you, my boy. You know what I mean? Of course he would. You know what I mean? But let me tell you guys, who am I to judge anybody? In fact, maybe before some of you guys start judging anybody, you might want to look at some of the things you've done and wonder who you are to judge anyone. I guarantee you this, you get to breathe a lot freer and a lot better when you ain't judging somebody. You know what I mean? I can tell you that. That's coming from someone who used to, you know what I mean, 8-1 hate, you know what I mean, all that, you know what I mean, whatever, you know what I mean, hate, you know what I mean, like, that was all my get downs, you know what I mean, and that's just not how I'm trying to live today, you know what I mean, that's why I can't even envision me having to go back to prison, man, you know, like, because when you go there, people ask, would you talk to Herc? Would you talk to Nate? You know what I mean? Not only would I not talk to them, they wouldn't talk to me. You know, I would be, of course, I would give the respectful, you know what I mean? What, you know, good day, you know what I mean? Because that's how it is, man. You're going to mind somebody. I'm telling you, all you tough guys that say, oh, ain't nobody going to tell me who I can talk to or who I can't talk to. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen one of you on the yard. Not one. Not one have I seen. But I sure see a whole lot of them on here. I mean, ain't nobody gonna tell me shit. Man, you guys are so funny. I mean, don't worry. I had that little mindset too, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what. Irrelevant. Come on, man. Why you ask these kind of questions? You know what I mean, my boy? You guys know my get down. I don't sit on here and I don't throw out names or this or that. So I recently had somebody on the show, and their organization started back in youth authority, and you know moved on into the institution since a lot of them kids were doing life anyway, and their clique broke off into another clique. It's FT something anyway. I would never say it, but I'm going to have him tell his story on that, and that's going to go on Patreon, man. So for those of you that really want to know about who Ron, you know what I mean? Because them dudes had it rough, let me tell you. You know what I mean? Like the fellows may have been in the back slammed, but they still had plenty of puppets out here. You know what I mean? Sleepers, everything. You know what I mean? Those that got wanted to get got. You know what I mean? Or just had too much power, one of the two, and they got put in the back. So, or they got put in Florence, they got put in, you know what I mean, places where they weren't able to do shit, you know. So dudes from Cali wouldn't understand completely. Understand what, like the East Coast? Because you're right, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I would do poorly back there. I completely understand that. I would not be the guy. You know what I mean? Like I would get smashed on a daily basis. I get that. You know what I mean? I'm not Superman. Bad times as I've beaten anybody up. I promise you that. You know what I mean? Yeah, guys, like, you know what I mean? Hey, Zod, why don't you? Oh man, where you from, Zod? You from the A1A, homie? Huh? Coward ass. PC's behind a PC or something else, man. I'll tell you what, you can't not find me. I go to plenty of meetings out here, man. I can be found anytime. You know what I mean? I'm not calling anybody out, man, but I ain't scared of anybody. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I've been living with killers my whole lives. You sitting behind here out here free, gang banging with me on a PC, man. That shit ain't worrying me. I'm here to tell you, my skin's a little bit thicker than that generally. You know, I got a little emotional tonight with fucking some of the things I said, and I exposed myself to a bunch of you guys, to all you guys. What, 180 of you, 200, 210, I think was the max at the time. I exposed myself to you. I didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? I do this so that the next man hopefully can learn something. That's it. That's all. And if you ain't with that, pooh, quit coming on here, man. Quit watching. You know what I mean? Quit watching, because hopefully you take the message to the kids. You know what I mean? You take it to them and tell them this shit ain't worth it, man, because a lot of these kids can't wait to get to the institution. They just can't wait. You know what I mean? I got this. I got this. You know what I mean? And then they get there, and next thing you know, they're fucking PC'd, man. It's just how it is. They're locked up. You know what I mean? All right, what's good, my boy? What's good? DWAC 74, what's good? So, Sam, man, you got that other situation covered for me, right? Get at me, man. And you guys know my Gmail. Get at me. You got something to say to me? You got something real to say to me? Get at me. You know what I mean? I'm a reasonable guy. I could be gotten at. I'm happy to answer whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And I love a cup of coffee. Always happy to meet for a cup of coffee. So we'll just put it out there like that. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Silas Mammer. Silas Mammer. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because that's the truth, man. I ain't got to sit here and embellish anything or tell any lies or, you know what I mean? Talk about, well, it better be in there making a machine gun. You know what I mean? Like, Wes, I don't have anything bad to say about that guy. You know what I mean, guys? His message is the same. Why would I have anything bad to say about it? I know how I try and live, and I try and live how I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? I try and have my vocabulary extend a little further than certain words, and I don't like to come on here and, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, like, I don't want to sound ignorant, man. Like, and I'm sure I sound dumb enough as it is, you know what I mean? Because I'm not the most educated, graduated guy. You know what I mean? I'm self-taught how to read. Most everything is self-taught, man, and that's just, you know, sometimes, hey, what does this word mean? You know, and a dictionary, you know what I mean? And my vocabulary still isn't the greatest. My friend Eric, man, I love you, Ray. So my Sally, we'll call him my Sally. His mom took care of me when I got out. She bought me a ride, which I lived in for a minute. You know, like I did the whole route, the rough route coming out. You know what I mean? Irrelevant. I wouldn't know, my boy. I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Never been to one. So, S&Y, special needs yard, my boy. I'm here to tell you right now, I ain't never been there. You know what I mean? And they're all real. They're all mine. They're all real. So, you know, okay. Let's see. The guy asked about special needs. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's looking in the mirror when he says that. You know what I mean? What's that special needs yard like or what? You know what I mean? But, I mean, I couldn't tell him. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's some good dudes over there because I know a gang of good dudes that are over there on S&Y yard that just got tired of killing because they were told to. That's why. They didn't debrief on anybody but themselves, and I ain't mad at it. I'll still talk to them. You know what I mean? I just don't give a shit about S&Y or, you know what I mean, any of that shit today. I just don't care, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a story. If you're inside and you're in General Pop, we want to hear the story and we want to hear it in the back because, you know, when we get back there, we're smashing the frig out of you. And that's that. We don't give a shit about the story. But we're sure interested until we get to the back. So I've never been, you know what I mean? And hopefully, you know what I mean? I never go back and I never have to find out, you know what I mean? because I don't know that I could become the guy that I once was, man. I don't know that I would want to carry that cancer in my heart anymore. So, and if you don't like what I got to say about that, that's just too bad, man. You know what I mean? I carried all that bitterness and hate for too long. So I've said way too much on here, exposed myself a little too much. So I'm feeling a little naked right now. You know, let's get back to some shit. So for those of you that are donating, like I said, I wish you'd just gone to BadgersHeavyHitters at Gmail. It's all in the descriptions below. I'm going to send you guys. This is one of the stickers. I just got these stickers. So you see the badger right there, and then, you know, got little chops going on. And Phil Lowens, I think it pretty much answered that question with the story, didn't I? I hope I got that across. I mean, am I still in contact with people? You bet, because I love them. I love them for life, man. I'll tell you that right now, because they have my back. You know what I mean? I love them. I'm not going to never turn my back and say that I don't love them. I got you, Scribner. You know what I mean? Like, I still love them dudes, man, because they have my back when I needed it. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be alive. I can't say that. You know what I mean? I can't say it for sure, but I know I wouldn't be in the same damn condition that I am now if it weren't for some of them dudes, bro. So, and I'm not going to turn my back on them because I don't have to go out here and put in work on anybody that doesn't look like me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'll shake hands with who I want today. I'll interview who I want on my channel. You don't like it? Hey, man, it's cool. Don't watch. Real simple. No hatred towards you, no nothing towards you. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's for sure. Point of privilege. You could bet your ass on that, my boy. Seen it way too many times, man. Seen it way too many times. You know what I mean? That's why when I love you is said too much in a situation, I start really paying attention, man. You know what I mean? I love you. You know what I mean? Why you loving me so much, homie? What's fitting to go down? You know what I mean? Like, I'm always on my toes anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I've been almost got out here. 5 girls almost got me one time on the bus. You know what I mean? Like, they cracked a blade quick as hell. You know, and don't think that I don't walk around butt naked either. You know what I mean? Just to keep it real, because anybody tries to hurt me, my dog, or my family, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm willing to go do what I got to go do for all that. You know what I mean? Man, the P.O. box, the new P.O. box, okay, for those of you that are asking right now, I got a new P.O. box closer to the house. I'll throw it out there right now if you got time to run to get a piece of paper and write pencil. And, you know, I try and get back at anybody however I can. And when the donations I send out, you know what I mean? Because you guys are helping the next man survive. People that didn't think they stood a chance out there, that are walking the streets right now talking to themselves, fucking, why me? Screaming. Man, I love taking them in and watching the change happen. Get them off that shit. You know what I mean? So anyway, P.O. Box 572875. P.O. Box 572875, Tarzana, California, 91357. Tarzana, California, 91357. So that's the new P.O. Box. My boy Sandman, he's going to be making sure that that's in the description below. And there's also Teespring out there for shirts, sweatshirts. We got some sick stuff going. The J-Cat shirts are still around. All the ones that are on the stickers now are still around. You know, I'm going to throw the artist's name out there. I want his signature on every shirt that goes out, man, because that dude's badass. When I looked at the sticker, and I was like, damn, I see me in that. You know what I mean? Somebody who could draw like that, man, they got the God reached out and touched their hand. I'll tell you that right now. All right, JP, you in the house? Is that right? From Atlanta, Georgia. All right. So I'm going to do a couple little shout outs. You know what I mean? Mekong, you seem to be hitting quite a bit. Dr. P. Angus. Dr. P. Angus. It sounds like it's probably a joke, but I'm not getting it. Tone Sparks, Peter Pie. Yeah, T Killer, you know, maybe. I mean, I can't draw anything but stick figures. I could tell you that right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, Steven, you wish. Yeah, he may give you orders, my boy. Then again, so does your mom. You know what I mean? You still fucking following him, so it's all good, my boy. You know what I mean? Still, some of these trolls are just, are you so happy I said your name? Are you happy? Do you feel better? So anyway, you guys, nothing but love and respect shot to you. I got to take a leak so bad sitting here for a minute. You know what I mean? Yeah, just keep taking care of that because, like, the channel is what it is. I don't care if it ever grows beyond anything than those that want to help themselves. You know what I mean? That's not true because if you're able to help yourself, you're able to help someone else too, you guys. You know what I mean? Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. You want help? Pay it forward, man. You don't have to remain the man that you thought you was or your dad told you was or whatever. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh, and you want me to read that too? You ain't from the San Fernando Valley. You're from the special needs yard. CPA is coming after you. Hey, my boy, that's where I'm at all day. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at all day. Don't delete that. Leave that up there. So, these jokesters. So, yeah, it's all right. I know the fellows from CPA, so there you go, my boy. We'll just call it like that. Hey, shoot him back his $5. Do me a favor, shoot that back. You know. Anyway, guys, I got to take a leak. I'm gonna spend some time with my dog, and you know, man, enjoy your Friday night. You know what I mean? For those of you that are around, just keep doing what you're doing, and every day try and live a little better. That's it. That's all. That's all we do. Because in the end, everything we did is just everything we've done. It's over. You know what I mean? Your life is a story. Make it a good one, man. Make it one that someone's proud to tell. You know what I mean? That way you continue to live on generation after generation. You know what I mean? Or don't. It's just that simple. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, I got to take a leak, guys. You know what I mean? Nothing but love and respect shot to all you. Even to you, you know, even to those of you that are hurting inside so bad that you got to reach out and say some foul shit to somebody that's trying to bring a positive word. I even wish you the best, man. I do. You know what I mean? Believe it or not. You know what I mean? You could say all you want in here, but I have been in plenty of rooms where ain't none of you guys said nothing. You know what I mean? And we'll just call it like that. No, I know what CPA is, my boy. Trust me, I know the fellows from there. So, write that down. All right, so you guys enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. I'm going to do that with my dog, and nothing but love and respect. All right, you guys. So appreciate you all. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and close this out because I got to pee like a racehorse. So peace out, guys. Keto Pop, what are you doing, baby?